You are such a good team. Everybody with their individual strengths.
Yeah, we feel like a bunch of superheroes that gets to go in and save somebody's life within a week. And it really does feel like that. They are in the worst situation where they've hit rock bottom, and we help them rediscover who they used to be and who they want to be. It's a lovely feeling.
And the book, which Holly picked up there, thank you for our mention, by the way.
I know.
You do get a mention in Naturally Tan.
Thrilled.
Yeah,
We
it was a real
love
honour
that.
to be on.
And is this, you say, that one of the reasons for writing it, I mean, there is a pressure to be a role model, and you have a hell of a story to tell.
Yeah, I'm one of the first openly gay South Asian men on such a major platform. Netflix is a huge global platform, and so you do feel the responsibility. Every time I speak, I don't get to speak as Tan France. I have to speak for our community. Whenever one of my castmates speaks, it's just Anthony Porofsky or Bobby Burke. With me in the press, it's always Asian immigrant Tan France.
Really?
Yeah,
and so does that come with pressure, I guess?
Yeah, well, it's not... I thought for a while it was self-imposed. I thought, well, maybe you're just going to have to find a way to be the best version of what you represent. But the pressure is put on from everybody else. I would love it for it to just be Tan.
Yes.
But I never had the luxury of that, which is a shame.
Well, you're going to end up talking about it quite a lot, obviously, because of the book.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those early questions.
Yeah, and the reason why I wanted to talk about it in the book is to just explain what it's like for a person like me who was raised in the north of England, South Yorkshire, and how it feels to be a person of colour in a small town, and how that's shaped who I've become today. The book, it starts out from when I was a kid and how hot now Hollywood is.
And then it does start with the early years and you coming to terms with your sexuality, and you knew from being very, very young that you would end up one day marrying a man.
Yeah. I was really matter-of-fact about it. You know, when you were a kid, you just knew that you would one day end up with a woman and a man. That's how it was for me. I had no doubt in my mind, even though it wasn't legal at the time, I had no doubt in my mind that I would marry a man.
That's what it was. And how did that impact the rest of the family, I guess? I mean, your family are very, very loving and very, very liberal.
Yeah,
and so what was their reaction?
I don't think they were surprised. I mean, I was a very effeminate young boy.
Right.
I always wanted to do the things that my sisters wanted to do. I wanted to play with clothes, and so I don't think they were very surprised, thank gosh.
Yeah.
But growing up there, it wasn't sexuality, it was colour.
It was colour, yeah. When you are in a community where there aren't that many people of colour, you have to kind of pick your battles. Do I focus on being gay or do I focus on being brown? And every day it was just a struggle to stay alive and be brown.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And then there's a really a sad bit in there when you're talking about the lengths you went to fit in, and even talking about bleaching your skin at one point.
I understood the pressure of being white or as light as possible for so long, because white is the most desirable, or what the media portrays. And so by the time I hit 10, I found my cousin's bleaching cream, and I tried to make myself as white as physically possible. That only lasted a few days. It's really painful, actually. And so I didn't want to use it anymore, but I succumbed to the pressure.
Well, at the same time all of that is going on in your life, obviously there is this thread of fashion, this love of fashion, which started in your grandfather's factory.
Yeah, I saw just bolts of fabric turn into the most incredible clothes. It was jeans and like denim jackets, but by the age of 13, I knew how to make a denim jacket, which is actually very difficult. And so I always knew I wanted to get into fashion. I didn't know how it was going to make it work, but when I was in my 20s, I finally created a fashion brand, and it was all mine. I got to do something that I truly loved. I made things beautiful.
And fashion then took you to Salt Lake City, and that's where you met Rob, and you've been married and together ever since.
Yeah.
And this retail business, because I was talking to you just before we came on air, the retail business was something you loved, but it was hard. And at some point you made the decision for your life that it was better to step away from it and have some time out.
Yes.
Now, 2 weeks later, you get a call from Netflix.
Yeah.
And you've just told me you've only got, how many
Six
days off?
days off this year. Yeah.
So stepping back from, jumping a frying pan into the fire,
I know. I used to think that was the hardest time of my life. That was the hardest I would ever work. But in show business, it's actually a lot harder. You are always on. You have to always be on. There's no switching off, especially when you're working for Netflix. It's such a major platform. So yeah, work
global.
is global platform. Yeah. So you're always Tan France, which is actually, I love it. If I didn't love it as much, I wouldn't do it. I was lucky enough to be able to retire, and I sold my businesses. And if I wanted to retire, I could, which is so nice. But I actually choose to do this for my career. I love it so much.
And can Rob come with you when you sort of
Yeah,
travel
he
the
often
world?
travels with me. He's the
having a good
luckiest
time.
man in the world. He not just because he gets to be married to me, Phil, but because he actually does get to do everything that I would love to do without any of the pressure of the work. That's so nice. Like, he gets to go to swanky Hollywood parties, but doesn't have to do any of the schmoozing, which is lovely.
Is what you have to do. So the new season, season 4, is July the 19th. It comes out here. And is this the one where you're going to Japan for
No.
a few sessions? Is that the new
so
one?
July 19th is season 4, which is in Kansas City, and then there is a mini season that's coming out later on this year, which is Japan, and they're the most incredible episodes we've ever shot.
So you filmed those already?
Yeah, we filmed
What's the
them in
reaction like
January.
there?
Insane. Have you ever been to Japan?
No, but I'd love to.
It's amazing, and the show has done very well globally, and so the reaction from the Japanese audience was just overwhelming. You just think you'll step out of America and people won't know. It was bedlam.
Yeah.
Bedlam. Yeah, it was the best.
Well, so that's that show. That's getting you seen worldwide. The other thing that's going to get you seen worldwide is Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that was such an honour to be asked to do that. It was CGI. I kept watching people try to recreate it online. It became this thing, and please don't do that with hot tea at home. Like, you're going to burn yourself. It was CGI. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Don't try this at home.
We thought you were so good.
Well, I tried. I wanted people to truly believe that that was just my skill. No, it's not. Don't hurt yourself. Yeah.
Thank you very much. This is the book, Naturally Tan, that we were talking about. And then Queer Eye Season 4, as I said, is on Netflix July the 19th. And it's lovely to see you.
Thanks. And we're also twinning.
Yeah, check you two
There
out.
is a bit of a twin going
I know.
on there.
I saw it on the monitor. This is very peculiar.
Yeah, I wish mine was up a little higher.
Yeah, you need to grow that out.
Yeah, I do need to grow that out
next
a
time.
little bit. I'm liking the fact that there's a bit of colour.
Yeah.
Black
black
jeans,
and
black
black.
boots.
Oh, yes.
You know,
No, but
so-
on the monitor, actually, I thought there was something wrong, but then I realised, no, we really are just twinning from a distance. I don't know, my glasses on.
Very cool. Both
Yeah.
people positively left out. All of
I
us.
mean, that's absurd.
That's a strong.
I mean, it's
setup
separated
right
at birth,
there.
I tell you right now.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much
Thank you.
indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.